Well, hello there and welcome back. And today's DIY is going to be a fairy garden. And the supplies are I went to the dollar store. I got the houses, the fairy houses. I got the little figurines here. And I got two of the solar lights, but you can use one if you like. So I had some extra moss. I got 4 bags at the dollar store of Pebbles, slightly wet towel here, paper towel. I always like to have a wet paper towel when I'm working with glue, because sometimes I get glue on my hand and I just like to rinse it off with the wet towel. And E6000. I'm going to use some of these leaves from this bouquet. I'm going to cut it. So it's optional, but I couldn't find a clear one at the dollar store. They had this blue one, they had different colors, but the only one I wanted was a clear, and they didn't have it. So, and the other thing you're going to need is soil and whatever plant you like. And remember, this is going to be your project. You decide it the way you like. I just presenting my style, my idea. Starting up here in the rim, putting some E6000, because I want this to be permanent. I don't want it flying off. I want it to be permanent. Alright. I always like to cover my glue because I don't want it drying up on me. I want to save it as much as possible. Okay, and here we go. We're gonna glue. We got the glue, and we're gonna apply the moss. This one is the Spanish moss, but they got some really nice green ones out there, and it's your preference. The dollar store did not have any moss. I was completely surprised. They had no moss whatsoever. Well, it's not sticking, so I'm going to use the hot glue gun. I have the fan on because I want the fan blowing the fumes from the E6000 out, and also the glue gun. I'm gonna try the glue gun because apparently the E6000 is not gluing that well, and I need this moss to stick. I'm gonna use the glue gun, and I'm gonna go over this so at least you see how it works. At least you get an idea not to use the E6000. And please remember, with the hot glue gun, please be very, very careful with it, and because it really hurts, extremely painful when the hot glue falls on your finger and on your hand. So please be careful, and remember when to tell when your glue gun is ready is when you see a shiny pearl at the tip of this gun. It tells you that the glue is ready. So what I'm going to do is flip this down, glue all this around. I have covered the bowl with moss. The other thing that I forgot to mention is you need to put holes in here because we're going to plant a live plant in here, and good drainage is needed. So you can use a drill bit and drill a couple holes around here. I am going to wait till after this is done, and then I'm going to drill the holes in here. Ask someone, your husband, family member who's good with the drill some holes in your container here. And please be super careful because you don't want to crack. I had enough holes put in here because I want a good drainage, and I want to clear that hole up. All right, so the husband did this for me. Thank you so much. All right, some of these stones, I just want to talk about, this fell off, and I thought that the hot glue was going to help stick the stones onto this plastic, but unfortunately it didn't. So alternative is to continue applying as much moss to the container, so this way the color doesn't show, or add leaves, this fake leaves of this one, because there's a lot of these, and just cut them and just glue them all the way around. So there's a lot of options. You don't have to do this method, but again, this is just my idea, but you know, we always learn as we do things. I have all my supplies. I have this bag here because I'm going to pour some soil, and I have my succulent plants that I just dug up from my garden. Gardenscape potting soil I got at the Dollar Tree, 8 pounds. 8 pounds at the Dollar Tree. Not a bad bargain. I don't have my gloves, so I'm just going to do this. Here comes the fun part. My favorite here. It really is. I mean, the mushroom is just so pretty. I'm going to take the sticker off. And where should I put him at? All right. I think I'll put him here. We'll save this at the last. I think I'm going to leave it like this. One good thing about succulent is it grows all year round. Stones, give it some. Or milk caps, bottle caps that I saved, and I hot glue the figurine onto the cap. The reason is because I want to see them, and I want a good secure, I want them nice and secure in the ground here on the soil, so this way, again, when the wind blows, they're not going to be falling all over the place. So this is a good anchor. So this is what I did with the mushroom, and plus I want to see it. I did it with the fairies. Now with the fairies, I did it close to the edge, so this way it could be anchored with the soil and also the rock on top. You're going to get your hands dirty. There we go. Put her here, and I did it for all of them. Okay, so I'll put her, this one here. You know, as you start doing your DIYs, ideas are going to start popping in your head, and you know, nothing is perfect the first time, and as you start doing it, these projects, you're going to get better at it. And that's why I came up with this idea. So I have my fairy here. This one, I think I'm going to put a cap on it. Now I can't do it with the house because the house has a hole in the middle, so I can't do it that way. So here we go. All right, and it's a nice sealed. Press it down from the bottom. There we go, nice sealed. Wait for that to dry a little bit. Here's the bottle caps like I was showing, and I just save them because for my DIYs, I glue the gazebo, I glue the bench here, so this way when I put them in, they're going to stick out. There we go. At least you can see. And I think I'm going to move this one. I'm going to move this. So let me put this back in here. Now, as you start doing this garden, you're going to be moving stuff around to your liking. You know, where you think the figurines should go. Right now I got three fairies. I got the houses, and they are not going anywhere. Solar light from the dollar store. And what I did was I took the leaves, the green leaves from this rose bush that I got from the dollar store, and I remove them. I remove the leaves and I cut them individually. So when I cut them individually, I hot glue one on top of the other so they intertwine here. So I did that. And the concept of me doing this is because I want this to be like their street lamp. Flower solar light for your village. And this is the village and the fairy garden or village. I keep calling it village. To me, it's a village. So I'm going to take this outside to the backyard. Okay, here's the fairy garden. I brought it outside in the backyard. I put it on top of the table just to get a good look at it. And this is the end product. Turn it around. There's the little fairies. There we go. The lights just went out. And I'm going to leave this garden out here because the intention was to leave it out, and I'm going to leave it out all year round. Now that spring is around the corner, I already have my fairy garden and pretty happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you wish. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye.